Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, a re-review from my previous channel. It's an odd one. It's called the BEAVER Trilogy with Penn, Crispin Glover, and Groovin Gary. Let's check it out. Groovin Gary.
Wayne, here, Mom.
Meet Groovin Gary.
Here's John Wayne. Yo. Well, I'll tell you something out there in TV land. I'm hamming it up. I'll tell you. So, anyway.
The director found this guy outside of a
I'm from Beaver.
TV station in Utah in 1979. He was fascinated by the guy, so he just started filming him.
Well, I'm on TV. I can't believe it. Just in the right place at the right time, I guess. Wow, that's great. What goes on in Beaver? What goes on in Beaver? It's just kind of a town where you drag Maine at night, go to school in the daytime. I'm not in school now, but I used to be. I'm 21 now. So
Gary's proud to show him his car.
I love it, though. I've got, your AM, FM, 8-track, the whole setup. But it's my little car. Oh, I've got the engravings. Oops, excuse me. A friend of mine did the engravings of Farrah Fawcett and then wrote like Farrah. Now, it's really dirty.
Dear Trent, how's things going up there? I hope okay. I hope I haven't bothered you in any way with the calls that I have made. If I have, I'm sorry, really. But this assembly means so much to me.
The director works at a radio or TV station in Salt Lake. He invited the director down to Beaver so he could watch his talent show that he's going to be in, where he's going to dress up as Olivia Newton-John.
Yes, I do.
He's getting his makeup put on in a mortuary.
Not gone crazy. It's just for fun. Really, I hope the viewer doesn't think I'm really whacked out. It's just for fun. It really is. I just do it for a kick. It's not. I don't take a lot of this seriously. I take the impersonation itself seriously. But as far as really wanting to be like Olivia Newton-John, be Olivia Newton-John, no. Olivia Newton-John. Hey, I think it went great. I really do. I think everybody performed to their fullest and gave you a good show. I was really pleased with everybody. And
he seems to have aspirations of becoming a superstar of some sort.
I really want to thank everybody that participated on the show today. From Beaver to you. Goodbye, Channel 2. Thanks. Go, Greg. Wait.
That wasn't quite the end of him, though. We see more. And now to part 2. Are you reading that correctly? With Penn.
Wow! Are you filming this?
Yeah, all America's watching.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've never been on the set before. Hello, Mom. Hello, Utah. You work for the news?
No, actually, I work for Extra.
He's playing the part of Groovin Gary, or Larry in this case.
There in TV land, I just made Extra, and I am just tickled to death.
That's more like Spicoli, though.
Hello, Beaver.
Hey, where are you from? Beaver?
Yeah, I'm from Beaver. Yeah.
So just like in the original documentary, we see him get his makeup on and get ready to perform.
Cheryl?
Wonderful. Here's your purse. Let's get your wiggy on.
Let's get my wiggy on.
You made a fool out of yourself out there.
No, it's small time, I know, but people start calling me.
Take that silly wig off. Listen, those TV people aren't your friends. You know, if people see that on television, they're not gonna call. They're gonna call you a fruit.
He wants them to not show that on television.
If he just wouldn't put it on TV.
What, are you kidding me? Hey, Larry, I put a lot of time and effort into this, huh? I got a deadline to meet. What are you talking about? Larry, you look fine. I'm telling you, you look great. I like you.
So Larry puts a gun in his mouth and he's about to shoot himself. And then...
Yes.
Hello, Larry? This is Carissa. I just called to tell you I think you're a real creep. Larry, I'm just kidding. Listen, I thought your performance at the talent show was really funny. I can hardly wait to see it on TV. Anyway, I'm having a party Saturday night. Would you like to come and act like Olivia?
The third part is called The Oakley Kid. This one stars Crispin Glover in the role of Groovin Gary, or again, Larry.
Are you awake? Larry, what are you doing?
I was just getting a blanket out of the closet. It's a little bit cold. I'm in bed now. Here's Larry!
Notice Elizabeth Daly behind the counter.
Hey, Larry, over here.
Alright. Gotcha! How you guys doing?
And once again.
What? Why are you filming this?
Yeah, all America's watching.
Wow. Oh gosh, I've wanted to get on the tube so bad. And onion rings and a strawberry shake. Oh, it should be a gas. Did you hear Channel 2's coming to town to film Oakley's talent show? It'll be a gas.
Do you want a large onion ring?
Have you seen Meryl? Where's Meryl?
The dressing room.
Oh, hey. I'm Olivia Neutron Bomb. Whatever it is. No.
You want me to down deep inside. Please don't keep me waiting.
Jesus Christ, Larry.
Wow, I can't believe this. Television. Oh, man.
Take that stupid fucking wig off. You goddamn fool, you've embarrassed the entire town. Look at you. I mean, you look like some kind of fruit.
So again, trying to get the director not to broadcast it.
Just wouldn't put it on TV.
What, are you kidding? Hey, listen. I put a lot of time and effort into this project.
And the magic of Olivia and her Xanadu poster. And it ends with him proud to be wearing that wiggy and just cutting out of town. Alright, let's talk about the Beaver Trilogy. What the hell is this? Well, I don't know how I discovered this movie. I had a VHS tape of it, which was not very good quality. Don't know where I got it, eBay or something, maybe about 20 years ago. Fascinated by it, and then I found out the guy who directed this, made this thing, is the same guy who did the movie Ruben and Ed, which also stars Crispin Glover, which one of my all-time favorite movies, by the way. So, anyway, years later, I became Facebook friends with the director, Trent Harris, and he sells copies of his movies that aren't available on DVD, including Ruben and Ed, and the Beaver Trilogy, which I immediately picked up from both of them from him. I also got a Ruben and Ed t-shirt, by the way, and a copy of the script, so that was pretty cool. So anyway, needless to say, the quality of this one is so much better than the VHS tape I had, so pretty cool getting this. So anyway, what we have here is Trent Harris was, I guess he worked for Channel 2 out of Salt Lake City in the late 70s, and he was out filming something, and suddenly this guy just started taking pictures of like the helicopter, the Channel 2 helicopter, and Trent just started filming him for whatever reason, I don't know. And the guy came over and talked to him. I was like, hey, you filming this? It's going to go on TV. What's up? And he found this guy to be very outgoing, charming, and just kind of a little goofball. So he just kept talking to him. And turns out he was actually in Beaver, Utah, which is maybe 100 miles, maybe 200 miles southwest of Salt Lake City. Very small town. Not too far from Zion National Park, actually. And so anyway, he talked to this guy, and the guy starts, Gary, his name is Groovin Gary. That wasn't his real name, actually, but that's what he went by. He was telling him that he does impressions, he does some singing, he did some impressions of Olivia Newton-John and Sylvester Stallone and Rocky, John Wayne. So anyway, they part ways, and then at some time later, the director, Trent Harris, gets a letter from Gary saying, hey, we got this talent show going on down here. You should come down and take a look at it. So he does. He goes down there and films this thing. He also speaks to Gary ahead of time. Turns out Gary is going to do his Olivia Newton-John impression, where he dresses up as Olivia Newton-John, makeup, wig, lipstick, leather jacket, everything. And he even gets his makeup applied in a mortuary. And he sings Olivia Newton-John's song. In fact, I'm not sure what song that is. Please don't keep me waiting. I can't wait another day. I actually don't know the name of that song, but I think it was a hit in the 70s. And I'm not quite sure if he's kind of poking fun at Gary or what exactly, but it's a fascinating thing to watch. And Gary's just so amiable and fun and just happy as hell that he's being filmed. And then we just kind of wave goodbye to Gary, and that's it. So anyway, fast forward to 1981, 2 years later, Trent Harris is trying to make a feature film out of this, or maybe a short film, I don't know. So he gets Sean Penn, who at this point had only done a couple of things, and I think this was before he did Jeff Spicoli in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, maybe before he even did Taps, I'm not sure, but he was a virtual unknown, and he got him to play the part of Groovin Gary, or he calls himself Larry this time, and Sean Penn was fantastic in the role. He obviously saw the tapes of Gary and mimicked him perfectly, and it was almost kind of like a Spicoli-esque role. It was the same time period, obviously, that movie was made, so it was awesome seeing more of Jeff Spicoli, kind of. Except after the performance, he gets insulted backstage, saying, you're embarrassing us, you're embarrassing the town, take that wig off. So then we fast forward to Larry at his house. He's going to put a shotgun in his mouth and shoot himself. Well, when he calls the director, and the director says he's going to put it on the air, Larry didn't want him to do that because of the embarrassment. But then he gets a phone call that interrupts his suicide attempt with somebody saying, hey, I saw you, it was great, can you dress up as Olivia and come perform for us? And that's kind of how that one ended. Then we see the third story, and this one is actually another remake of The Beaver Kid. This time it's in color, actually, and Crispin Glover plays the lead role of Larry, and we see the same thing, him meeting the director, dressing up, going on stage, getting yelled at by somebody else in town saying you embarrassed us, trying to get it not put on the air, and then he hit the shotgun in the mouth and everything. But then instead of getting an invitation to perform again, he just goes downtown, walks into the diner, puts on his wig, and is happy as hell and proud, and he's like, you can all be damned. I'm liking this wig, and I'm going to wear it, and I'm just going to cruise. So he gets into his car, puts on his 8-track of Olivia Newton-John, speeds out of town, and that's it. So anyway, Beaver Kid, the Beaver Kid 2, and then the Oakley Kid. Oakley instead of Beaver in that last one. So anyway, that is the Beaver trilogy. So anyway, that's a fascinating thing. I think Trent Harris, director, goes around to film festivals and shows this periodically. It's never had an official release on DVD, probably because trying to get the rights to the Olivia Newton-John song, which was used in this movie several times, is probably very expensive, and there was not a big budget on this film for sure. But anyway, it is fascinating. Plus, it's really cool to see Crispin Glover and Sean Penn in early roles. One of the first things each one of them did. The guy who played Gary, I think his name was Richard Griffiths, I think. He passed away in 2009. The director did not release his name until after he'd passed away. So it was kind of a secret all these years as to who Gary was. Although I'm sure people in Beaver, Oregon, which apparently he lived the rest of his life, were aware of him when they heard about this film and everything. But anyway, I found out today, they made a sequel to this called Beaver Trilogy 4. which apparently Bill Hader narrated. It's a documentary, and it's about the making of this whole Beaver trilogy. And it was available on Netflix. So I'm going to see if it is available still on Netflix, and hopefully it's there because I do want to watch it and see what is. I guess it documented the relationship between the director Trent Harris and Groovin Gary himself. So be very interested to see that. So I hope it's still up there. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think about this fascinating film. Leave some comments. Watch it. Bye.